Folks, we have arrived at the top 50. Every single one of these teams now has a 2% chance of being landed on by the wheel. It's been around 1% for almost 2 months now, but it's been up to 2. We've got a bunch of very big territories on here, and then a bunch of clusters that haven't been disturbed yet, like the North Carolina supercluster, and then a bunch of random teams in Texas that have fully avoided being landed on for a long time. But we keep moving. I'm going to attempt to do 4 episodes today because I'm taking a week off after that for Thanksgiving. It was budgeted into the schedule for a while. We're just going to keep going. Last time out, Oregon beat Oregon State, finally arriving in this tournament and securing their spot in the top 50. But we keep going. 50 teams remaining. We're going to try and get down to 46 today, but just 49 in this episode. So let's shuffle this wheel and keep going. On episode 85 of College Football 25 Season-Long Imperialism, the next team is back to Alabama. And the likelihood of a titanic matchup in this episode is very high because Alabama shares a huge border with Georgia, and then they have Louisiana on the other side, a tiny little bit of Gulf of Mexico here if it goes straight south. But it's either Alabama facing the number 2 or one of the best teams in the country in Georgia, or one of the best Cinderellas in the country in Louisiana. Let's find out which way the arrow will spin for Bama. It's going to be East, and we have an SEC super matchup on our hands. Bama versus Georgia. Let's get it going. Now, Alabama just lost to Oklahoma in real life yesterday in an embarrassing 24-3 blowout. I don't think those ratings are going to be reflected in this game, thankfully. I'm sure Bama fans would appreciate that. We've got Georgia here, a 96 overall, facing Alabama. This is an early look at a possible Imperialism championship. It'll happen now because these two teams are right next to each other. High class, crazy high stakes matchup. And let's get these uniforms ready to go. We've got Georgia in their look, and we're going to give Alabama their road uniform, I believe. Yes, we are. Here we go. Bama versus Georgia. Let's get it going. It's going to be... Let's give it a noon kickoff. And let's roll. Oh boy, I knew this was going to happen at some point. I was hoping this would kind of last until later in the tournament, but either Alabama or Georgia will be eliminated today from Imperialism. I can't wait to see how this one goes. So many of the most talented players across the country find themselves on one of these two rosters. And now they will do battle for a right to continue in Imperialism and essentially own the Southeast. You have the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Georgia Bulldogs. Going up both rosters now. Looks like Georgia will receive the ball first in their home stadium, Sanford Stadium. God. Let's get it underway. Comes the kick return to the 5, 10, 15, and not much further from there. It's going to the 19-yard line. My voice is going to be a little bit dead today, especially after doing the amount of episodes that I think will actually get done. But here comes Carson Beck at quarterback for the Bulldogs. Beautiful Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia. Let's get going. Beck on 1st and 10, going to send Delp in motion. Delp goes outside. They hand it off to, I believe, Trevor Etienne. He's taken down for only a 1-yard pickup. Alabama's defense does a good job there. I mean, the ratings level of all the players on both teams are so absurdly high, which means we might get a low-scoring affair considering, you know, having all these defensive players against all these offensive stars might cancel things out. But I truly have no idea. We have not seen a matchup of this caliber yet in this tournament. Beck throws a screen outside. Oscar Delp gets a block to the 30-yard line. It's a fantastic setup for a first down up to 34. Mr. Oscar Delp, one of the best tight ends in the country. Filling in for Brock Bowers, who went to the NFL and the Las Vegas Raiders after the after last season. Georgia's going to hope to make the playoff. Alabama's hopes are so unbearably slim. They may be fully out at this point, but they're still very good in Imperialism. Etienne only picks up 2 yards there. A good tackle by number 11 for Bama. That's Jihad Campbell, the Mike linebacker, flying through the blockers to make the tackle. This is the second time Georgia has played and the second time Alabama has played. Georgia was able to take down Auburn in their opening game. Alabama took down South Alabama. Beck sends Delp in motion again. He waits, under pressure, throws a screen, but that was off target. He had to throw it off his back foot thanks to a effective blitz from Alabama. Flying in there to break up the play. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Can Alabama get an early stop to get Jalen Milroe, Ryan Williams, and the very talented Bama offense onto the field? Let's find out. Beck throws deep. Got a man wide open. First down. Number 86 makes the catch for Georgia. That's Dylan Bell. Getting very open against this Alabama defense and converting a very long first down. Georgia's in field goal range and in business. Turnaround catch. Malachi Moore had no idea who was there. No one knew who was there. But Carson Beck knew. And he made the throw. 1st and 10 now goes to Etienne again, and he is shut down again. Jihad Campbell once again with a very good tackle. And they are proving very early on that the run game might not be a factor for Georgia today. And they're going to have to rely fully on Carson Beck's ability to stretch the field and just complete the passes that he has to. Beck with press coverage at the top and bottom of the screen. Fakes the handoff. Wants to throw deep. Has a man wide open. And it's Colby Young, the senior transfer, making the catch. Up to the 16-yard line. Georgia making quick work of Alabama so far. This does not look like their matchup in real life, where Alabama took a huge 28-point lead early on in that ball game. And then it turned into an instant classic once Georgia came back. But Georgia might just take full control of this ball game. We'll see. Weird motion there. Beck in the empty set. Gonna roll and try and run it, but he's sacked instead for a loss of 2. Number 58 and 31 getting in there. And neither one is on Alabama's search chart. What the hell? Keon Keeley, number 31, is able to make the stop. Very confused as to why he's not there. You would really think that Alabama's depth chart would be updated, but no. Neither guy. That's very strange. All right, 2nd and 12 for Georgia. Beck fakes it to Etienne, throws short, caught by Oscar Delp, but he was kind of sideswiped as he was flying through that route and fell over, making it 3rd and 7 instead of walking into the end zone for an easy touchdown. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the 13. Let's see if Georgia can finish off this drive with an opening touchdown for the Bulldogs. Beck throws end zone, knocked away by number 2, Zabian Brown. Able to track that ball down and make the pass breakup, forcing an early field goal for Georgia. It'll be Peyton Woodring coming on to attempt this kick to give Georgia an early lead at home. Let's see if he can pull this off. Snap, hold, and Woodring's kick is good. Converts in the short field goal, does not come up short like so many other kickers have in this tournament. And Georgia takes a 3-0 lead early on. Let's see what Jalen Milroe and the Alabama offense can accomplish on the other side. Love the mascot platform. Just all the details in general. Big jumbotron in the corner. Georgia fans going nuts, and here come the Crimson Tide. 5, 10, 15, and number 9 can't get much further than that. Here comes the Alabama offense. Let's get defense over here so we can get updated and ready to go. This should be a battle between Alabama's offensive line and Georgia's incredible front 7. We'll see who comes out on top in this one. Milroe in the shotgun with, I believe, Justice Haynes next to him. Sends Haynes in motion for the swing pass. He waits, does throw the swing pass, and Haynes is going to make one quick juke move and pick up 8 yards there. Very good play by Justice Haynes, because Georgia had that covered with 2 defenders. But Haynes picked the angle where they didn't know how to respond and turned that into an 8-yard pickup. Malachi Starks tried to make the play, and then number 12, Julian Humphrey, was eventually able to get there to make the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 2 now for the Tide. Fake handoff from Milrow. He's going to throw short to the tight end. Number 45, Robbie Outs, making the catch for the Tide and getting a first down. Good opening 2 plays for Jalen Milrow, who's incredibly talented and has a lot of very powerful badges and abilities in this game. So he will be a dangerous force for Georgia to attempt to contain in this one. Milrow sends Jam Miller in motion. Wants to throw the swing pass. He does. Miller with a little bit of blocking, and he's able to get a 5-yard gain out of that play. If they can keep getting high-quality 5, 6, 7-yard looks out of those screen passes, we might not see very many runs. Because having 2nd and short is so valuable to building out a consistent and very hard-to-stop offense. Press coverage across the board here. Georgia might look to blitz. Milrow throws quickly, and that is caught by Jeremy Bernard for a first down to the 41. He knew how to counteract it. It was a light box. He's like, hey, if I get the matchup on the first step, I can just launch that ball in there and be incredibly confident that it'll be completed for a first down. So it's 1st and 10 from the 41 for Alabama. Fake to Jam Miller. He's going to throw outside. Trying to get into the pocket of the sideline, but that ended up just being a quick sideline throw out of bounds to get 2nd and 10 as opposed to possibly an interception or a sack or something worse. 2nd and 10 from the 41 for the Tide. Ryan Williams in that bunch to your left and CJ Dupree on the right side. Milrow wants to throw deep. He does throw deep. It's going to be caught by Jeremy Bernard for a 9-yard gain, which will bring up 3rd and 1 exactly at midfield. Both of these offenses know how to put together methodical drives. Only the question of whether they can overcome 2 of the best defenses in the country to score real tangible points. Justice Haynes cannot get to the first down. He is dropped by number 17, Dan Jackson, flying in to make the stop. It'll be 4th and 2. And now Alabama has a choice to make. Do they go for it short, or do they punt the ball a very short distance? There have been so many shanks on these punts to see if Alabama can break the curse. No, they cannot. It's a really, really bad punt for the 29. Not as bad as we've seen from other ones, but still not what you'd want to see from a coffin corner kicker. Back on first down, throws deep middle, and Oscar Delp cannot make the grab. He had to lay out to 100% of his reach to try and make that catch, and he just couldn't bring it in. Bounced off the turf. Bama gets a break. I think it's real grass. That can't be too much. Georgia's real, right? Maybe it is. I don't know. Beck drops back. Has a screen set up. They've got blockers for Trevor Etienne, and he gets the first down past the 40. And Georgia's going to keep moving here. That is a whole lot of taunting there. He was fully just tapping the top of the helmet of number 13 for Alabama. It's Malachi Moore. So here come the Bulldogs in 1st and 10 from the 41. Etienne tries to get the outside edge, but Bama's able to shut it down. Tim Smith and Malachi Moore make the stop, and it's 3-0 at the end of a tense first quarter. Let's keep it going right into the second here. Beck sends Lovett in motion. Throws wide open. Oscar Delp, first down. Easy, easy, easy. Had a tight end open on the... it wasn't a crossing route. It was just a simple comeback route. Delp made an acrobatic ballerina catch to secure the first down for Georgia. He lines up wide on this play. They send ETN out in the swing pass. Beck will go to Delp, but no, it's not Delp. That's number 8. Colby Young with another catch, and Georgia is fully in business now. Carson Beck already over 100 yards passing in this game. But now we enter the territory where it gets a lot harder. The defense has less space to cover, and they can sort of clamp down on all the receivers that are flying around. We'll see if Georgia can get the run game going in this part of the field. That's what they'll try. ETN is locked up, but he does pick up 6 yards on the play. It's his best run of this early game. And it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 26. And now Georgia's seen that they can pretty much clamp down on Alabama from a defensive perspective. So if they can just stack up a lot of drives with points, they can put this game away fairly early on. Beck, ETN, nothing. Number 20 for Alabama, Jamarian Latham, is one of the impact players on that one. Stopping him for no gain, it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs. Beck lines up in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. One of them, Oscar Delp, the tight end. He drops back, throws short, 1st down. Dominic Lovett makes the catch up to the 17. My voice is very limited today. But it's 1st and 10 in the red zone for Georgia. Let's see if they can finish off this drive. Back in the empty set. 4 wide receivers out there. He's going to throw deep, caught. That's Dylan Bell making the catch up to the 5. This will be an extremely important goal line stand for the Alabama defense. Can they force the field goal to keep it a one-possession game? Or can Georgia stretch it out to 10? Let's find out. God. 1st and goal for Georgia. ETN to the 5. ETN powers forward up to the 2. And that opens up the playbook a little bit more for this Georgia offense. They are dominating time of possession so far. And Alabama's not going to have a lot of opportunities to counteract this Georgia offense if the game keeps moving like this. Push pass. Love it. Outside. Touchdown, Georgia. They had the look they wanted, and Dominic Lovett sprinted into the end zone using his elite speed. And Georgia has opened up a 10-0 lead against Alabama here. This game might not last for too long. Alabama is in trouble, just like they were yesterday against Oklahoma. Could this be the end of Alabama's run in Imperialism in what has been a disappointing real-life regular season under Kalen DeBoer's first year? He's got a huge amount of very talented players, but couldn't really get the results against the teams that mattered. Bama with 2 embarrassing losses to Vanderbilt and Oklahoma, as well as another loss to Tennessee that really stings. So this group is probably not going to the playoff, and they're probably not making a huge dent in Imperialism as Georgia is taking control. Here comes the kick return for Bama. Out to the 17-yard line. We'll see if the Jalen Miller to Ryan Williams connection can get going. He lines up in the slot here for Bama. Both running backs in the game as well. Throws it outside to Justice Haynes. They're loving those swing passes, and they get a 1st down out of this one. 1st and 10 to the 27. But at some point, they're going to have to do something else with the offense, because Georgia, I imagine, will be able to crack down on those plays and make them a lot harder to convert. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 27 for Bama. Miller gets the audible from the sideline, backs up Dupree. He's going to launch short to Justice Haynes. That's another 1st down out to the 40 for the Tide. And Justice Haynes getting a lot of action in the receiving game as Bama finds ways to move the ball forward and try and get into Georgia territory here. It's a good play. A lot of very talented and dynamic players in the field right now on both sides. Haynes again dropped for a huge loss, 78 He's there to shut that play down. It's Nazir Stackhouse, the main disruptor on that one, making it 2nd and 13 from the 38. And Michael Williams got in to finish the job. Second and 13 here for Alabama. Milroe throws quickly. It's going to be caught by C.J. Dupree. And he turns this into 3rd and 6. So it's going to be a difficult 3rd down to convert here for Georgia, or for Alabama, against a stacked and hungry Georgia defense. Let's see who's able to come out on top here. Milroe gets everybody lined up. Takes the snap. Under a lot of pressure. Throws deep. Caught by Ryan Williams. His first catch of the game gets the first down. And that is going to be the 2-minute timeout here. Alabama, 48 yards away from the end zone. They would love to just run as much clock as they can here and score a touchdown because they get the ball to start the second half. Milroe under pressure. Rolls out. Has to throw it away. He'll just run it instead. 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. An incredible run from Jalen Milroe up to the 19-yard line. A 29-yard gain when Alabama absolutely had to have it. I believe he was tackled in bounds. Let's take a look at if the clock's going to start running in a second. And it does not. Oh, now it does. So Bama lines up in the no huddle from the 19-yard line. Jalen Milroe in the shotgun. He's going to throw outside. Once again, it's that swing pass, and Justice Haynes is able to pick up about 3 yards, but he's tackled out of bounds, which Georgia loves. It's a free timeout for them, essentially. Second and 7 for the Tide. Milroe in the shotgun once again. 3 wide receivers. Dupree lined up out wide. He waits, throws, dropped. So it'll be 3rd and 7 now for the Tide. This is a high-pressure situation. Can Alabama convert and keep this game closer? Will they be forced to kick a field goal here late in the first half? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3rd and 7. Milroe throws out of the back of the end zone incomplete. Georgia's defense clamps up and forces the stop. So the Tide are going to have to kick a field goal here. It's going to be Graham Nicholson, the senior transfer who I think he missed a field goal against South Alabama. He'll come on here for a 33-yard attempt. Let's see if he can convert. Snap, hold, kick is off the upright and no good. An extremely frustrating miss from Graham Nicholson, and Georgia maintains their 10-point lead. And now they have about 90 seconds to work with, and all 3 timeouts. Oh boy. Kalen DeBoer cannot be happy about that. The Tide fans cannot be happy about that. Alabama in deep trouble here at the end of the first half. Beck under pressure, and he is going to be dropped all the way back at the 6. It is a 14-yard loss. And the Tide should really be calling timeouts. They need another chance to score here before the end of the first half. But instead, they're going to let the clock run all the way down. It's Keon Keeley with his 2nd sack of the game. And number 8 helping out for the Alabama defense as well. That's Devonta Smith coming in from the Husky position. And it'll be 2nd and 24 for Georgia. They've run the clock all the way down to about 45 seconds to go here. Beck hands it off to Etienne. They're just content to go right to halftime. But Bama will call their timeouts. They'll try and get the ball back with a short field. And 1 timeout remaining to make some magic happen here. 3rd and 23. Alabama's not stacking the box. They want to make sure a deep ball doesn't get past them here. Beck will just hand it off to Etienne, and Etienne keeps it going up to the 20-yard line. That'll be a timeout for the Tide. Georgia will punt it away on 4th and 9, but they're not as backed up anymore. So this is going to be a difficult, long field for Alabama to try and navigate with only 1 timeout in 30 seconds. There goes the punt. Fair caught at the 33-yard line by number 7, Cole Adams. Milrow on first down, sacked. Number 3 for Georgia, C.J. Allen flying in to make the sack and essentially end the first half right there. Bama will get it back to start the second half, but missed opportunities all over the board. 2 possessions in the 2-minute drill, and they got 0 points out of them. Yep, they're going to run the clock down. That is the end of the first half. Georgia up 10-0. Alabama looking just as lost and confused as they did against Oklahoma yesterday. And we very well could be seeing the end of the Crimson Tide and Imperialism. There's a return to the 10. Brought down to the 14-yard line. So Jalen Milrow in the gun here. Hands it off to Jam Miller. He tries to get the middle, and he picks up about 4 yards. It's a good run for Jam Miller. And all things considered, Alabama is not in a terrible position, even though they were shut out. Georgia was only able to score 10 points with it. So Bama, if they can figure out their offense, they can get right back into this ballgame and make it close. Milrow. Miller, first down. And a little bit more than that, getting up to the 27-yard line. Alabama, despite their struggles in the short field, they've been able to get a lot of yards in this game. From the run game, from the short passes, from the long passes. It's just been in the red zone where they have struggled mightily. First and 10 now, Milrow in the shotgun. It's another run to Justice Haynes. He tries to spin move it back, but C.J. Allen's there to make the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Tide. In this beautiful, picturesque stadium down in Georgia. Second and 9. Milrow throws long, caught by C.J. Dupree, making it 3rd and 1. What will they call here? Will they go to the run game against this vaunted front 7? Or will they try and complete a short pass against some of the best coverage guys in the league? Let's see what they choose to do here. Empty set formation. Jerry Bernard at a running back. They're going to give it to him. Bernard gets the first down to the 40, all the way up to midfield. It is a fantastic play call, leading to a first down right at the center of this football field. 1st and 10 from the 49 from Alabama. They are not done yet. That's going to be a tackle on the outside from number 2. It's Smile Mondin going out there to make the stop. He tried to go with the swing pass again, and Mondin just followed his man. He made a beautiful form tackle before Jam Miller had time to make some moves on that. It'll be 2nd and 15 from the 44. Fantastic play from Georgia. Let's see if they can keep this up. Milrow, under pressure, throws deep, caught by C.J. Dupree. And that is a big-time first down up to the 40-yard line. Bama keeps it going. The Elephants loving it. One of the only Bama fans here. Georgia knows how to stock up their stadium full of rabid fans. It'll be 1st and 10 for the 40. The lineman comes sprinting up to the line. Milrow in the gun. Sends Justice Haynes out wide. Wants to throw deep for Dupree. It's another beautiful catch. Up to the 22, and the Tide continues to roll. 3:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter. They're running a significant amount of clock, but they would love a touchdown here to really change the calculus of this ball game going forward. Milrow in the shotgun. 5 wide receivers out there. He's going to throw short, caught by Justice Haynes. And it's another first down from Alabama all the way to the 11. Justice Haynes has had the game of his life coming out of the backfield and making a lot of important catches for the Tide. But now that we're right up against the end zone, it might go to somebody else. Let's see how Alabama chooses to play this. Milroe. Haynes has a lot of space. 10-5. And taken down just short. It'll be 2nd and inches from the 1. He slowed down just a little bit, and all of Georgia's defenders came running in from the other side to try and make the stop. And they were able to hold him short of the end zone here. Let's see if Alabama can finish the job and punch it in. Jam Miller is the running back. Only 2 receivers out there. Dupree, no, that's not. That's Robbie Alst going in motion. He switches back as the wing back. Haynes, touchdown. No, Jam Miller gets it. Touchdown, Alabama. Jam Miller converts. And I will be right back. Not a great kick return for Georgia as they try and reestablish their control over this game. Lovett goes in motion. Beck fakes the handoff. Wants to go deep on 1st and 10. He waits, floats it over the top, and that's going to be incomplete. Nobody there. You almost call intentional grounding on that play. That was not a good throw. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 15 for Georgia here. They're backed up. Their offense hasn't played a whole lot recently, so here is Beck setting Lovett in motion again. Looks outside, sends it back over the middle, and that is a fantastic pass breakup by the Alabama defender, forcing 3rd and 10 here from the 15. Can Alabama turn this game on its head with a quick 3rd down stop and getting the ball back here to end the 3rd quarter? They just might. Beck in the shotgun with Etienne next to him. No press coverage here. Beck waits, throws, open. It's Trevor Etienne. Can he get to the 1st down? No. Big time tackle from number 34, Quay Robinson, and somebody else. I forget who else made that stop. Oh, number 0, Deontay Lawson, the sting back. Making the stop will be 4th and 1, and Georgia is forced to punt here. There goes the kick. Flying into the Athens sky, and that'll be fair caught at the 31-yard line by Cole Adams. So Alabama gets it right back with a chance to possibly take the lead in this game. After being stymied in the 1st half, they have come out guns a-blazing in the 2nd as Jam Miller picks up 6 yards on 1st down. Alabama does not want to depart imperialism yet. And if they win, it would be a seismic removal of Georgia from the board. Nobody else would have to face the Bulldogs in this tournament. Here is Milroe in the shotgun. Sends Ryan Williams in motion. Push pass to Williams. Only his 2nd touch of the game, and it's not a good one. He loses 1 yard. Michael Williams is able to storm in and break that play up. So it'll be 3rd and 5. Alabama has to convert here in order to keep this drive going and really keep their chances of winning alive and their chance of controlling this game alive. Or it's another swing pass. He waits, throws, short, 1st down, Journey Bernard. They ran the perfect route, and C.J. Allen stayed close to him, but could not get in front of that ball to knock it away. It'll be 1st and 10 for Alabama, 6 yards away from midfield. And this very well could be the last play of the 3rd quarter here. Milroe in the gun. He hands it off. Justice Haynes with a big hole. He gets up past midfield. It'll be 2nd and 2. Gets up. A little bit of fisticuffs from number 11. Jalon Walker helping Haynes get up. A big time shoulder lowering move on Julian Humphrey. That is the end of an exciting third quarter. It's 10-7, and we jump right into the fourth here. It should be a very exciting fourth quarter. Here we go. Milrow. Screen pass to Dupree does not work. It'll be 3rd and 3. Smile Modern sniffed it out. This is one of the most important plays of the game, straight up. Let's see what Alabama has drawn up. Milrow in the empty set. 4 wide receivers. He drops back. Throws quickly. Caught by Bernard. First down into field goal range. Jeremy Bernard has been the clutch receiver time and time again in this game for the Tide. As Ryan Williams has been covered, they've forgotten about Jeremy Bernard, and they really shouldn't do that because he is just as dangerous. 1st and 10. Milrow throws a swing pass again. That's going to be Justice Haynes. That's been his bread and butter today. 7 more yards, making it 2nd and 3 from the 30. Under 6 minutes to go in regulation here. Haynes just has so much speed as soon as he gets that ball. 5 wide receivers now in this formation. Press coverage across the board for Georgia. Milrow throws short, caught. And that's Jeremy Bernard once again continuing his rule over the middle of the field. It's 1st and 10 from the 24. Jalen Milrow has only had to run once today. It's been his skill as a pocket passer that have shined in this ball game. 1st and 10 from the 24. 5 wide receivers again. Milrow throws middle again, and it's Jam Miller for a 9-yard pickup up to the 15. And the Georgia fans are getting worried. They don't know how to respond. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 15 here. Alabama looking to take the lead with 4:50 to go. Miller, 1st down. He cuts outside the 10 and almost broke that one. It's up to the 9-yard line. It's 1st and goal. And the only solace for Georgia is that 1st and goal from the 9 is a pretty tough situation. It's kind of an open book on what can be called and what's effective. We'll see if Alabama has a good play lined up here. 1st and goal from the 9. 4 wide receivers set. 3 of them in a bunch. They throw outside wide open Jeremy Bernard. He deserved to get the touchdown, but he takes them to the 1. This is probably going to be another rushing situation for the Tide. Can they take the lead here with just 4 minutes to go? Or can Georgia make the goal line stand of their lives? 2nd and goal. Just 1 yard separates Alabama between a deficit and the lead. Milrow runs it himself. He breaks a tackle and falls across. Touchdown, Alabama. The Tide rolls into the end zone for the 2nd time this half. And they have taken a 14-10 lead in this ballgame. And suddenly Georgia's on the ropes with 3:54 to play. That's the closest thing we've seen to a quarterback sneak. It's a quarterback draw from 1 yard out. And Milrow gets in there. Here comes the extra point attempt from Graham Nicholson. He did miss a field goal early on, but he converted his first extra point attempt of the game in the 3rd quarter. Snap, hold, kick is good. 12 plays, 69 yards. They took up almost an entire quarter of time. And now Georgia will receive the kickoff. Suddenly down by 4 to their hated rival. Not a great return, only to 19. So here comes Georgia. Everything to play for. Can Carson Beck step up? He hands it off. ETN, nothing. Only 1 yard. He has 10 carries for 29 yards. He's been a non-factor in this game. Alabama's had the much better rushing attack, and it shows. Now they have the lead. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 20. It's going to come down to Carson Beck's arm. He has to play like an NFL quarterback right now. He's not going to get another chance if he screws this up. Beck throws, short, first down. Colby Young making another big catch. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 31 for Georgia. So Carson Beck gets set up under center. Trevor Etienne behind him. He's not going to run the ball here. He's going to throw short. That's going to be the backup tight end, number 84. Ben Urashik making the catch for a first down to the 41. He's rarely used. I think that's his first catch of Imperialism. But it goes for a big gain and a crucial first down for Georgia. Number 8 for Alabama, Devonta Smith, tried to make the stop, but he just fell off of his legs there. 1st and 10 from the 41 for Georgia. Beck floats it over the top, and Colby Young makes the catch for an 8-yard gain. The Dogs keep moving. Now that we're in clutch time, everybody is bringing out their absolute best, and the defense does not know how to play this. Malachi Moore got out there to make the stop at 2nd and 2 with 2:30 to play. Young goes in motion, goes right back outside. Beck under pressure. He is sacked. Kevon Keeley, his 3rd sack of the game. And if Bama's able to win this, he is without a doubt your defensive MVP. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 43. Georgia has to worry about time. They have to worry about yardage. They have to worry about Keon Keeley. Said his name wrong earlier. Keon, not Kevon. 3rd and 8 from the 43. This play very might well decide the ball game. Carson Beck in the shotgun. He's going to try and uncork a deep ball. Has plenty of time. Keeley's double teamed. He launches it deep, has a man open, caught, first down. And Alabama just couldn't cover for that long. It's the 2-minute timeout. Georgia's in business at the 32, but a field goal does not help them. They just have to keep moving down the field. Incredible protection from Georgia's offensive line when they absolutely had to have it. Beck throws short, caught by Dominic Lovett. Another 7-yard gain, and Georgia will use their first timeout. Bold decision there to call that timeout. And they're just laying all their cards on the table. It's either this drive or nothing for the Bulldogs. Beck throws short again. That's Dylan Bell getting open up to the 13-yard line. They're going to let the clock run a little bit here. 13 yards away from what will be a game-clinching touchdown. Let's see if the Dogs can pull it off. 1:43 to go in this ballgame. Beck lines everybody up. Hands it off to Etienne. He lowers his shoulder and is able to pick up 2 yards when that could have been a tackle for no gain. That's going to take another 15 seconds off the clock here. Alabama will not call a timeout. They are content to just bring out their goal line stand defense and hedge everything on their ability to make a stop. Beck on 2nd and 8. Under pressure from Keeley, rolls outside, throws back to the left, and that falls harmlessly out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 11. Georgia has to convert 8 yards in 2 plays. That's going to be tough to do in a goal line situation. Let's see what they call here. It's going to be Beck in the shotgun. Trevor Etienne next to him. 4 wide receivers. Delp is uncovered. No one is covering Oscar Delp. Beck going to run it. Throws at the last second. That's going to fall harmlessly out of bounds. And this is it. 1 play for Alabama to survive and take full control of the Southeast. Can they do it? 4th and 8 from the 11. Beck for all the marbles. Waits, throws, end zone, knocked away. It was in the hands, but it did not work. 1st and 10 for Alabama. 1 first down ends this game and knocks Georgia out of Imperialism. Jam Miller's taken down early. It's a timeout for Georgia. And seriously, why did they call that timeout earlier? Why did they do it? Because now they're going to get the ball with like 20 seconds and no timeouts if they're able to make a stop in Alabama. 2nd and 9. Milrow, quarterback power, does not pitch it, keeps himself, finally pitches it. Jan Miller, 30, 40, taken down, and that is your ball game. Alabama comes back from down 10-0 and shuts out Georgia in the second half, and they will secure their spot in the home stretch of Imperialism. One of the best teams in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, will not be a factor. They are beaten at home, and Alabama, the tide rolls on. We're going to knock out these two rosters and go to the map. Jalen Milrow is your MVP, but really it should be Keelan Keeley. And that defense making the stop at the very, very end to shut Georgia down and give Alabama one of the biggest territories in the South. A stunning result after the Tide lost to Oklahoma in real life. Alabama replicates their victory over Georgia in real life and knocks out the Bulldogs. So Georgia is done. Alabama moves on. Let's update the territories. In Georgia, I expected more from you. I expected a lot of big-time victories. I expected you to just rule over this entire region, take out all the Cinderellas we've been loving to watch, destroy the North Carolina supercluster. It will not happen. Alabama is the true power in the SEC, and that is something you'll have to live with for the next 2 months. Bye-bye. Make this A really big. And Alabama has staked their claim in Imperialism. They are here to stay. They've knocked out their biggest competition, and now we'll see if they can survive further down the road. This is your top 49. And this is how we keep going. I will see y'all in about 2 hours.